Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Natalie. I'm the owner and creator of Soulful Lashes and Simplicity Marketing Solutions, where we make your business the simple way. That was the punchline, right? Anyway, in this video, we'll be discussing 5 steps that you can take on how to prepare for your lash class. This is for those of you who've paid for a lash class and is waiting to actually take the lash class. So what do I do while I wait? Or maybe you're one of those individuals who like to be fully immersed and prepared when going into something. So I'm going to help you and give you some free tips on 5 things you can do to prepare your actual lash business, okay? Stay tuned to the end because I got a good surprise for you. I can't wink, right? Alright, so my first step, I feel like most of you have already done, which is why you're even considering taking a lash class, but I have a few more thorough suggestions about this one. So number 1, research your market. Research the area that you're in. You know, what is the price that girls around you within like a 20-mile radius? What are they charging? What do you hope to charge? You know, what kind of people do they have? Do you want those type of people? How lucrative is the business? Is it somewhere that people get their lashes done like constantly, or is it a small town where you're going to know every client you have? You know, research your market, research your demographic, and research their psychographics. What do they like? What are their marital statuses? What are they in college? What kind of people do you want? And the kind of people who you want, who is taking those clients right now and what are they charging? Okay, that's going to help you be able to prepare your pricing and to know where you can start. So in my classes, we do discuss about price management and price increasing. However, you know, maybe you're not taking my training, maybe you've already taken someone else's training. This is just a broad scope of things. In no way is there a wrong or right, but it's just going to help you get prepared. Get what I'm saying? All right, so let's move to number 2. Number 2 is very, very, very important. Probably the most important, in my opinion, in this whole list that I have, okay? So pay attention. Start your social media branding, okay? Start your social media branding. So what do I mean by that? Start thinking of what colors you want. Do you want pink and white? Do you want black and gold? Do you want red and white? Do you want green and gold? That's my color. I love olive green. And since my name is Soulful Lashes, I wanted to keep that same sultry, soulful touch. So I gave colors that gave like that calm touch. If it wasn't green and gold, I probably would have went with lavender. But green and gold is what I went with. So what colors do you want? Also, what name do you want? Do you want to just say like Lashes by Natalie? Or do you want it to actually have a name, something catchy, something different? Start thinking of what you want to name your business. Once you have the colors and the name that you want, I recommend going and opening emails, open an email account for it, set up a Google number, and start opening these social media accounts. So what social media accounts? Instagram, business Instagram, a business Facebook page, maybe a business Google, maybe a Yelp page. These are all social media accounts. Pinterest account. Start opening social medias that you want to promote on and use those to start getting your clients before it even happened. Okay, so you can start posting pictures. I'm not saying to steal other people's pictures. If you do use another lash artist's picture, you have to make it very clear that it's not your work, or tag the person in it and give them the credit. It's really up to you what you'd like to do, but start opening an account and start posting pictures about lashes. Start maybe posting yourself, like in 5 weeks or so I'm going to launch. Start getting people like a feel of you, so when you actually start taking clients, you're not just begging for them, they were actually waiting for you. That's my suggestion, okay? Next step is going to be purchase supplies. So in my training, I I give in the kit a ring light and a lash bed. However, there's other things you will still need, like maybe a 3-tier cart. Maybe you don't like the ring light, maybe you like a glam core light, maybe you don't like the massage bed, you want a recliner. There's just different things that you can use when lashing. So I would say to reach out to your instructor and ask if you see a brand that you like, what does she think about it? Or maybe ask her, does she use a massage bed? Because I don't use a massage bed, I use a reclining chair. But some people like the massage bed better, some people like the reclining chair better. You're just gonna have to kind of choose what's going to work best for you, okay? So my suggestion is to just start buying the supplies that you need, like for the room, not even just lash supplies. Maybe you want a bookshelf, maybe you want a pretty couch, maybe you want some pictures on the wall. Start thinking about the stuff that you want for your business and start purchasing them. Start buying the supplies so that you're not just starting with nothing but your kit, okay? So that would be step number 3, all right? Step number 4 is to line up your models, okay? So I know that we have friends and family, but I have to be honest that your friends and family may or may not support you, okay? And don't take it personal. It is scary to have someone that you may not fully trust around your eyes to not stab you. So don't take it personal. Just, the ones that will let you practice on them, accept it, and the ones that won't, accept that, okay? So, go ahead and try to find people outside of your friends and family. If you work at a job like a leasing office, a bank, a grocery store, anywhere pretty much, a car wash, ask the women that work there, like, hey, I started this new lash business, I was wondering if I could practice on you, if I could, and a lot of times, just asking will go a long way. And the best thing about this is that most of the time, the people who allow you to practice on them start falling in love with them, okay? And then they're gonna keep coming back to you, and they're going to be able to see your growth throughout the couple months, weeks, whatever it is. And they'll be able to advocate for you to other people, and they're the ones who are going to bring people to you. So they're going to tell their friends, their sisters, their cousins, their family members, and then you get more and more people, and word of mouth is gonna go around. So try to find people outside of your friends and family. My recommendation, like I said, there's no law, there's no rule. My recommendation is to have at least 10 people lined up, okay? And my recommendation is to take at least 2 a week so you don't forget if you're not practicing on your doll. So if you do about 10 people, you have about 5 weeks, maybe less if you are serious about it, maybe a little bit more, but get about 10 people that will let you practice on them until you start getting better. I feel like after 10 people is when you have to start charging. So that's why I said get a list of about 10 people. And your 10 people can include your friends and family. That's just my recommendation, okay? Okay, my next step is to open your booking site. So whether you're a busy person or not a busy person, it's really unprofessional for people to have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Maybe your people won't want to go online yet to book, but having a booking site is going to keep your schedule and their schedule intact. In the booking site, you'll be able to send them reminders that their appointment's coming up, reminders that they need to fill. In the reminder, they'll have the location, the phone number, and any other information that you want to tell them. Like if you want to say, I work from home and the rules, you'll have an email that you're able to send to them with the rules. So I would recommend open a booking site. Some of them are Acuity, Squarespace, Gloss Genius, Vagro, I believe. So there's a couple of them. They usually charge anywhere from $25 to $40. Square used to be free, but with the inflation going up, they're going to start charging, and I believe it's going to be $25 a month. but it's definitely worth it. If you have a job and you're only able to work nights, then people will be able to see that you're only available nights, and you don't have to be like, hey, I'm at work, I can't text you back right now, or hey, you know, I had my kids, I wasn't able to text you back about the time, but maybe you can come at this time. You can just avoid a whole lot of confusion. So once you get your color and your branding, your logo, you'll be able to upload it to your booking site, make your booking site pretty, and people can go directly there and book you when you're ready. Also with a booking site, you know, if you want to close off a whole week and say I'm not working that week, it's easier. If you want to open a day, it's just much easier to balance. So before you even take your lash class, because maybe you want to set up your models, you can start putting your models on your schedule. That way you guys don't clash. So I would recommend getting a booking site, okay? All right, and last but not least, is to find where you are going to start lashing. So a couple places you can start lashing is at home, in a salon suite, a boutique, a beauty salon, a nail salon, a spa. You can share a room. Sometimes other stylists have rooms that they want to rent out, so you can share a room. My only recommendation would be not to get a salon suite immediately. Well, the private salon suites, because they're very expensive. They're usually about $200 to $300 a week. You'll be spending about $1,200 to $1,500 a month, and your business is not thriving yet. So I think you should look for somewhere really low budget. I'm gonna make another video about where places, and also getting commission or paying booth rent, what's beneficial. But for time purposes, I'm gonna keep this video short. You want to try to get somewhere that's not going to cost you that much, because you're just starting and you're not going to have a buildup of clients. However, if you're in a salon or a nail spa, you're going to have an ample amount of people. Now, sometimes they don't advertise that they have like extra space. So if you go to a nail salon, maybe just ask them, hey, I'm a lash tech. Do you have a room I could rent? Or maybe if you go get your hair done, like I used to go to the Brazilian people in Florida, and you know, they didn't really speak English, but they understood, and I would ask them, can I lash in a room? And actually another girl lashed in the back, so that she was getting all their clients that came in, you know, people were referring them. So I think starting in a salon is the best suggestion. However, personally, I have to say I never worked in a salon with anyone. I've worked in a shared space one time for like 3 months, but for the last several years, I've actually lashed from my home for like 4 or 5 years, and then I just got my own space. So it's really no shame. Kind of do what's in your best interest and what's best. You know, I seen a girl on Facebook, and a client threatened to report her to the state or whoever that she worked from home. And I think it's really up to your state. A lot of people work from home, and what state regulations refer as hobby. So I'm not saying yes or no to working from home. I think that's a personal preference. I don't think someone who works at home is better than someone who works in a salon, and I don't think someone who works in a salon is better than someone who works at home. So I'm going to stay Switzerland in that situation, okay? But start to find a place to lash. When I get trainees, a lot of time I follow up with all my trainees, and I'll text them, and they'll say, I didn't have anywhere to lash, or I haven't took a client because I don't have anywhere to lash. I need somewhere to lash. Maybe ask even the person who's training you, like, hey, can I practice? Can I take clients here and practice with you? That should be something they're offering or okay with, as long as you're not like stopping them from their work or the clients they have to do. Like, they can't spend extra time teaching you for free. But maybe they have an extra room and they'll let you practice there. Like, that's fine, and you can ask them questions at the end. But you know, not having somewhere to lash is not an excuse. And if you're spending as much money, you know, anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 on a class, I would assume you'd want to make your investment back as soon as possible, at least so you come out even. Therefore, don't waste time and like stop doing it, because you might start forgetting things, and then it's really hard to get back into it by yourself. Okay? All right, so I want to thank you all so much for watching my YouTube video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I promise if you watch to the end that I'd have a gift for you. Below, I've attached a link where you're able to download a free checklist with everything that I just said, as well as the links to places that you can go to start registering for certain things like social media and other stuff that I find important. If you are interested in taking one of my trainings, I've also included a coupon code that you can use at checkout on any lash training, and this doesn't expire for a whole year, so be sure to keep using it for each training that you want to take. The Millionaire Lash Tour is still going on, and I will be in New York, Chicago, the DMV area, Los Angeles, Dallas, San Antonio, Miami, West Palm Beach, Florida, and Atlanta. I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting somewhere. So these are all the places that I'll be touring within the next year. I'll be going once or twice between the scope of, today is March 18th, I believe. Between the scope of March till November, I'll be traveling and touring, and I hope to meet you and see you. If you guys have any questions, be sure to comment them below. Thanks so much for watching my YouTube video, and I'll see you in a week. All right?